Hey guys, Aunt Beck here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and Tippy's with me. You can see him right here. And this is just an impromptu share of what Scott and I just found at the thrift store, and I thought I would share it real quick. And then I need to get started on a project that I was going to work on all day today, but he and I had bad nights with our back, and Greg had his first COVID shot, so we kind of just took it easy today. And we went to Goodwill. We went to a pizzeria for our lunch. And then we went to a Salvation Army. And then we came back home. Hi, Renee. So at the Salvation Army, I got this book, Knitting and Crochet Stitches. This is from the 70s. You can tell by the hair and the vests and stuff. But it's all kinds of stitches to do. So I thought it would be fun to see what I can come up with some of these older stitches. I don't knit, but I do crochet. So it's kind of a cool looking book. So I'll share what I do in it. And then I went through all of the art pieces that we have that need frames and things Scott wants framed. So we just picked up some frames. This one was $3, $2.99. And I might use this picture in a junk journal or something and use the frame for something else. Then this one was $1.99. This one, no, these all came from the Salvation Army store. And we got there and there was only 30 minutes left till they were closing at 5, so we got lucky. But this one was $1.99, but I'm trying to keep all my frames gold. So what I'll do is I'll just take this outside and spray paint it gold. I'll clean it real good and then spray paint it. And again, this is, we're going to take this out and paint the frame and put what we want in it. That one was $2.99. And then the same with this frame here. It was $3.99. So we picked up some frames for things that we want to frame. Scott just walked in. Hi, Mary. Hi, Janet Nash. Hi, Isla. Hi, Ray. Hi, Angie. And Renee. Okay. So,
Hey, Scott.
hey, Scott. Oh, and Scott got a clock for the garage. So you can't say he lost track of time anymore because it'll be on the wall. Oh, and we also stopped at Michael's. Sorry, Scott's pulling things out and stuff, and I can't do anything about the shadow from the camera.
I don't ever get to see Michael.
Becky went thrifting. And then Mary, I did something like you did, but then I was going through these and trying to find 100% silk, and then Scott decided to help me, and we just kept finding them and putting them in my arms until I got 45 ties, and they're 100% silk. So here's the first bag. So I'll put them out so you can see them. There's that one, and it looks more like that. There's this. And I'm going to put them, I want to make sure there's no paper tags on them. And I'm going to put them in a big travel laundry bag that's really to put all your dirty clothes in and zip it up and put it on gentle. And then I'll hang these up to dry somewhere. And then I'm going to unstitch them all and press them and cut them into strips to do a strip piece quilt. We'll see how big a quilt I can get with 45 ties. Now this one I thought was really cool. Look at that. So I'll just go through these. And does anybody want to learn how to do a strip piece quilt after I get these tore apart? If anybody wants to know that, I will do it. This one's already been through the wash or something. It's all messed up, but there's the design on it.
All kinds of stuff. Hey, tippy toes.
Look at that one.
How you doing, buddy?
He's doing better. He's walking better. Tippy got lame from his shots that he got yesterday. So.
Are you still sort of mad at Mom?
Yeah. So, yep, we went and did a little bit of thrifting.
Little bit of this.
We probably would have gone to a couple more, but we were tired. Look at that one's got some blingity bling in it. That'll be pretty. Of course, whatever I make out of this will have to be handled carefully. All right, Janet, it's something we'll do. All right, so that was bag one. Let me put those back in this Goodwill bag. The main reason we went is for the picture frames, because I went and measured all the pieces of art that I need to frame, and I don't want to pay full price when I can go thrifting and just pick up a frame, or two each time we go. So, and I can spray paint them gold if they're not gold. This one's got the original tag still on it. The classic gentleman's neckwear from Coastal Traditions. It's got a little emblem on it. I'll have to make sure I cut a strip so the little emblems. They're all 100% silk. We looked for the 100% silk tags on them. Some are Italian and some are not. Some are from China, but they still said 100% silk. My favorite though is the Italian silk. That one I said, that's a paisley. I have to have that one. I like these older fat ties. You get so much more fabric out of the fat ones, of course. This one, somebody's dad tied the tie for him, and he just loosened it so he could get it off so he would never have to tie the knot again. I thought that was funny. But that one's really pretty. Look, Mary, it's a yellow gold. Woohoo! Uh-oh. The Scott clock that we picked up is not working. Maybe that's why they donated it. Oh, and I love these that have the dots in them. But I figure I'll wash them to get all the aftershave smells off from them. Look at that one. And then after they've dried, I can sit and watch a movie and get my seam ripper and take them apart. Look at that.
Get my seam ripping on.
It's kind of a yellow gold. Hi, Mina. Hi, Mina. Sorry if I missed anybody coming in. And Janet Baum, hello. And Angie. So, oh, and I didn't tell you. Yes, I did. These were 50 cents each. She gave me a heart attack when she told me they were going to be $2.50 each. And I was like, oh, I can't afford to spend $2.50 each. Not on this many ties. So, but for 50 cents a piece, I said yes. It's pretty.
Howard, what are you doing? You gonna kill that mouse?
Howard's glad we're back, I think. He did a little happy dance when he saw me. Howard is such a clown. Oh, he's going to play now. Look at that one. I just wanted to share these ties with you before I started working on them. So many pretties. We only went to one Goodwill. We have how many other Goodwills near us? There's 2, 3.
3 more.
Well, there's 2 that are kind of West Columbia. Then there's the one in Lexington. And then there's the one in Irma that we usually hit up. But I think we're done for the day. I wish I could have gotten them in a bag, but kind of glad I paid 50 cents each in a way, because it's a total of 45 ties for like $22, and I know they're all silk, and that's what I was hoping to find. It was all silk. Now the Goodwill in Lexington, they don't hang their ties up, up like this, so you can't see the designs. You have to paw through a pile. So yeah, I was kind of glad these were all hanging. Look at that one. Woo!
Woo!
And we joked with Greg that we wanted him to learn to tie a tie. So we bought him 45 ties to try, and you should have seen the look on his face when we told him we got him some ties. It was funny.
A huge bag full of ties. I'm like, what's going on?
Greg's like, no, I'm a t-shirt guy. So there we go, 45 ties.
I'm just glad you and Dad rescued me.
Greg was captured on the couch with a 17-pound fat cat in his lap. She wasn't letting him move either.
I'm a weak for my shot.
Oh, sorry, Tippy. Tippy's like, I am leaving. Greg's going to be in here. I'm leaving. So I will put these in there on gentle, and I'll get my drying rack set back up and lay these on and hope the cats don't pull them all off. We'll find out. They'll probably go, snakes, our tree, cool. And then I went to Michael's looking for gum Arabic, and they didn't have any. We went to the smaller Michael's that's on, not the one I worked in. I should have just went to the art area when I was at the Michael I used to work at, because I know it's there, but I blanked because I needed to get back here by 10 o'clock for craft and chat. So I hurried and forgot it. When I have to rush, I forget things. It's just my nature. So, but that didn't mean I didn't leave Michael's without something. Hi, Nettie. I saw your page, Nettie. It's awesome. So I got some double-sided tape so I can make Mother's Day cards. I ordered a bunch of rolls from Scrapbook Pal because it's cheaper there. This is a 25 yard by 1/4 inch, and the ones I get from Scrapbook Pal are a 1/4 inch by 30 yards for $2.99, and this was almost $5 for this one. So from Scrapbook Pal, you get more per roll for half the price. So this is just to tide me over. And then I got this wooden thing, and I'm not going to leave it this color, I don't think. I'm going to art this up, and I got some numbers. So I can put our house number on here and hang it next to the door so that they can see it from the street when they're doing deliveries and stuff. I'm hoping this will work. But I want to do like mixed media on here and then coat it with something to protect it from the weather. It'll be undercover out there, but oh, Mary, thank you. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, but thank you very much. I was saying each tie is delighted it's been rescued, but I think it's going to regret that after I've washed it, dried it, and took a seam ripper to them. But I am going to wash them on delicate because they're silk. But I figure if I put them in the laundry bag, the ones that you take with you when you're traveling to stick dirty clothes in, I think they'll all hold together. There was a couple that looked like somebody had already put them through the laundry. They're all...
Wash them all crazy setting.
Wash them on the crazy setting? Oh, you're so crazy.
Crazy.
You're crazy. Go away.
Oh,
well, thank you very much. So, review on the pizza we had for lunch. It wasn't very good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't Tito's Greenville good. We missed Tito's in Greenville. And the Italian place we used to go for Philly cheesesteak, they they sold to Doctor's Care. So that building was bulldozed, and now there's a brand new Doctor's Care there. So, yeah, we're trying to find a new Italian place. And we were kind of hoping they would serve something besides pizza, but they didn't. They had like a baked spaghetti, but I wasn't really into the idea of a baked spaghetti. We do have Nick's House of Pizza here in the neighboring town or city, West Columbia. There's Nick's. And Nick's is pretty close to Tito's, but it's not 100% the same.
Tito's rocks.
Tito's rocks. It's the landfill they want to avoid. Well, that's true. So I've been looking on Pinterest, you guys, and I've come across these zany little cloth dolls. And I think they would be a lot of fun for anybody that likes to do slow stitching. So I was thinking I might come up with some ideas for some small cloth dolls. It'd be nice if I could come up with some that were small enough to like live on the front of a journal or hang off from it. But I like quirky dolls. Now, what do you want them to? You ask them. They're listening.
Ask them about sewing machine repair. If they think we should start rescuing old sewing machines and see if we can fix them.
Well, he's saying that we are thinking of maybe a retirement job for us would be to buy and restore and repair really old sewing machines. But we don't know if anybody would be interested in that. For myself, I would rather have an old mechanical sewing machine with no computerized stuff, no plastic. The old heavy machines are the most durable you will ever have. They are still working after all these years. And there seems to be a real need for the old-timey sewing machine repair. So it might be something that we could do in our retirement. You know, between the two of us, we could probably go through 4 or 5 machines a day if we needed to. So I don't know. It's just something we're toying with. And I don't know how many people enjoy the old machines like I do. But, you know, you can do just about anything on an old heavy-duty machine that you can't do on these plastic ones. My quilter star worked beautiful for years and years, but the reverse lever snapped, and now they make these machines now so cheaply that they expect you just to go and buy another machine and not replace it because the part I need is no longer made. I did find a company in Australia, but it would cost me $40 to ship a $12 part. So I can't put $55 in a plastic thing. Yeah, mine's called a quilter star, and Scott bought it for me one year for our anniversary, and it was not cheap. And he got it for me to do, you know, sewing. And it's got the most important thing on it is the automatic buttonhole maker. You put a button at the back of the foot, you hit a button, and it just does the whole buttonhole. There's no tack at the top, then do one side of the buttonhole, turn and tack and do the other side of the buttonhole. So yeah. Yeah, Darla, we are thinking it might be something we could do, like go to Goodwill and rescue a sewing machine, revamp it, and have it for sale for maybe twice what we paid for each time, or 3 times to cover our repair time. Yep. How old is old? Before plastic?
I'd say my favorite era would be the 60s and 70s Japanese-made machines. They were really well made, and there's lots and lots and lots of them.
I think 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Yeah.
Because I got my dressmaker in 82.
Yeah. Before everything went to plastic and went to China.
Yeah. Yeah. Mary says, LOL, before plastic. Yes, before plastic. My dressmaker, she's a heavy old girl, but she does not let me down. I was having problems putting a zipper in the other week, and I threw the old thread out, and I tried again, and then I tried again, and it was still messing up. And it came to figure out that sometime in our moving back and forth, the zipper foot had gotten damaged in such a way that it was not really putting any pressure down anymore. So Scott ordered me a new foot, and it came the other day. I haven't tried it on the machine yet.
Why not?
Because I've been chatting with these folks online, goofing off. But here's my new foot. The old foot was, it was bent on two planes, wasn't it? It was kind of twisted. These things are pretty sturdy, so I'm still trying to figure out how that happened. But the zipper.
If you weren't so rough on everything.
Oh.
Whoa, what she said.
You can adjust to this to either go down one side of the zipper or the other, and the needle rides right in that groove that you see in there. There's the grooves. So, yeah, I need to try this one out, but I need to do a project that needs a zipper so I can use the new zipper foot. So let's see.
So if anybody thinks that's fine,
Kendra says she has an old pink Atlas machine.
A pink machine.
A pink machine, Scott said. Oh, a pink machine, because Becky's been looking for a pink or an aqua. I like the aqua color too. Oh, the kids are down from, what is it, West Virginia across the way.
Yeah.
They must have come for Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Every time they come, that baby's bigger and bigger.
This baby right here is getting bigger.
Yeah, I know you are. That is something I can't do, is put a zipper in. Zippers just take practice until you learn to trust the needle is going to go. You have to set it so that needle goes right in that groove so that the side of the foot rides right along the teeth of the zipper, and that needle will sew right in close. Now, the bag I finished the other day, I went ahead and just put my needle to the left position and sewed it as close as it would let me with a regular foot, which is not close. So it's a good bag for me to put all my medications in to go to doctors. You know, when you go, they want you to take everything that you take daily with you. So that bag is perfect. So Scott's looking. He's putting something in. Did you clean the glass?
No, I'm just checking size.
Checking the size.
That won't work good.
He found a certificate that his grandfather earned from going through some kind of program with General Motors, is it?
Yeah, a class on how to repair hydromatic transmissions. 1951.
This is to certify that RF Looper Sr. has satisfactorily completed the prescribed maintenance, adjustment, and repair course on hydromatic transmissions. General Motors Training Center, April 29th, 1955. More and better service for more people, it said. That's so cool. We used to have his, it used to be at Scott's Uncle Jesse's, the old sign from his grandfather's garage.
I wish I could find it.
And it's just disappeared. We don't know if somebody stole it or something else. We looked the whole time we lived up there. We looked and looked for it. It's a big sign. I mean, it hung on the garage, so. Mary, you have to know there's all different kinds of feet. You'll either have a high shank where this portion on the side is taller than this because I have a low shank machine. There's also feet that this one, so say that where the needle goes, you've got that rod that comes down and the needle fits in the bottom and the foot fits on the back of it. Mine goes around that bar. So this has to slide in place here. See where the little teeth are? And then you screw it in place. Now my white machine is different. Let me show you. And my white machine, the feet have a little bar and the thing goes down and it clamps over that little bar that's in there, that silver bar. So they're very different. That's why I was so kind of upset. I was hoping the walking foot, see, this one goes to my dressmaker and it's got the side on it like that. And a screw goes in that, fits in there, and then you tighten the screw and it tightens this onto the bar that goes up and down. But then the quilter star, it's got the little bar and it comes down, and when you bring the lever down to drop your foot, it'll clamp onto that bar and that locks the foot on. And I was hoping that this walking foot would work with this. Works on my white, but I was hoping I could use it on my dressmaker.
Walk away.
But I don't think it'll work.
Walk away.
I really wanted the walking foot to I guess I could still use my white for sewing the lighter weight stuff. I would just have to turn the whole thing to tie a knot. You leaving me?
No, I'm just loving you.
Oh. Because on this, that fits over where you lock it in place, and this fits over part of the foot. And when you sew, it just kind of walks, like takes steps as you go. So it feeds all of the layers at the same time. Yeah, all machines have different feet or different makeups. But if your machine might lay in you just have to worry about if it's a low shank or a high shank. Yeah, the feet are all so different. And of course, then you have different feet for, like, this is a satin stitch foot here. There's a general purpose foot. There's a rolled hem foot. There's a cording and beading foot. What else do you have? You have all kinds of feet. And the rolled hem looks like this. That's for rolled hem. And you fit your material in there. And as it sews along, it turns it. It folds, it rolls the edge over, and then it stitches through. So it's like the bottom of your t-shirt, the rolled hem. That's what this foot is for. That's a low shank. And see, this is the satin stitch foot for my dressmaker. That's my white. And you can see the difference on those. See how this one's got this sticks up and this one's just got the little bar. So you're getting a quick foot lesson here. And then this is to sew buttons on. It goes on and clasps on, and then you drop it down and it holds your button in still, and then you just do like a zigzag on the button, and that's how you sew your buttonholes with that. If you have one of these, this is to screw like your needles over here on that arm that comes out, that's got the bobbin shuttle case in the bottom and everything. There'll be a little hole if you've got one of these, and this is a seam width control guide. and you just line this up with like the 5/8 inch mark and screw it in place. This is really good when you're teaching kids to sew, because you just tell them the fabric has to stay against this edge. And this will help them learn to sew straight, and they'll get to where eventually they won't need the guide on the machine. They'll just be able to feed it through without the guide. This here is for quilting, and you put it on the side as a guide. So like this will line up with a previous row of stitches. So as long as you keep this lined up with your previous row of stitches, you'll have the same spacing as you go around to quilt. So like if you're doing squares or whatever, and you want to just stay in a square that's, you can adjust this here, the width, you just adjust this by pushing it one way or the other. But it doesn't do anything except give you a guide to line up with previous stitching. And that's all the feet I have for the dressmaker. That's everything I had in my dressmaker box. And bobbins are different too. There's not really a full-on generic bobbin. Each machine will be different for that too. I'm trying to get all the white feet out that I have. Hopefully I can remember what they all are. If I forget, maybe Barbara can help me. Because the older machines, sometimes the bobbin will be a different thickness. The width will be different. Or height. I guess the height. Would you say it's the height? I don't know. So here's the guide like I just showed you, but this goes to my white. And you put it in the back of the walking foot like this. See? So then you can line this up with your previous stitches. And this walks along. And as long as you keep your guide going with your previous line, you'll have exactly the same distance between rows of stitching. This is to make a buttonhole. And what you do is you put your button in here, and this squeezes to the size of the button. You put this on your sewing machine, like this one's got the little bar where you put it on and then lower your foot mechanism, and it'll clamp onto there. And then you get the button in there, you set a knob on the machine, and then you hit go, and it goes chick, 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 chick one way, and then it'll just go backward, chick, 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 chick. So, yep, that's what that one's for. Some of these, this is there's a little, I don't know if you can see that or not. See that little ledge right there? That's to keep you like really close to the edge on something. You can line that up with like a seam and just stay there, and the stitching will be in the same place. This is for free motion quilting, because this goes to a machine that was made for quilting. This is the zipper foot for this machine, and see, it's flat. It doesn't have anything sticking up. There's your rolled hem. It's got the little funny rounded place on it. You see that little place? You feed the fabric in there and it rolls it over. That's something I need to practice. Oh, this one I don't remember. Some of these I don't remember. I think that one's to sew your button on. So this does the buttonhole, this does the button. These two, I'm not real 100% sure. I need to look those two up. This is a shearing foot to do shearing. And then this, I think, is the 1/4-inch quilters. So you do your 1/4-inch foot with this. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. but this is for this. Yes, you should drag your machine out. This is the 1/4-inch foot. And then the general purpose foot is on the machine right now. These two I need to look up. I'm pretty sure one is made for edge stitching. They look the same to me, except this one's got this addition on the side. So yeah, I need to look those up. Yeah, you can sew your buttons on by hand, but if you've got a foot and it just takes some practice, it's easy too. I don't know what model it is. The model number should be on the side of your machine. Let me look at my dressmaker. She's easier to get at. And it's usually by the motor. It'll tell you the model and serial number for your machine. And I think, Mary, I think Violet found the user's manual for that machine you have online. Sorry, Howard. It's irritating Howard, you guys. I'm talking. Howard's very irritated with that. Yeah, mine's got the model number is on a metal plate on this one side of your machine, or it could be on the bottom. I just look for a metal plate because they stamp the model number in. All right. I mainly came on just to talk about what I got at the thrift store and Michael's. I wasn't going to stay on long. This goes with the white machine. Oh. Well, it should be on a plate somewhere on the machine, though. I'm going to scroll back up. So, hi, Kendra. Hi, Nettie, Barbara Clark, Suze, Angie. Anybody else I might have missed? Yeah, maybe we've got our next hop is coming up next Friday, you guys. And it is fabric and fiber, if I'm remembering right, Mary. So there is a break. I don't have the schedule right in front of me, but Mary, what time do we usually break for midday? I know Barb didn't do a live this week. She's got a lot going on right now, I think, Barb Owen. Fabric and fiber. And we start at 6, is it, a.m.? Or do you start earlier than that? I know that Shelly and I have switched times, but I haven't posted a schedule because I was waiting to see if you wanted me to add something to it. At 10 Eastern? Okay. So we can still do craft and chat in Aunt Beck's Creations on Facebook on Friday then at 10, and you could maybe we could decipher what that machine is then. Kathy goes right into Scrap Chick. Okay. So I want to kind of keep the craft and chats going for anybody that wants to do them. Thursday, we do craft and chat in Phibbsville. And Friday, we do craft and chat in Aunt Beck's Creations. And it's always 10 a.m. Eastern time. So if anybody wants to join us at any time, you can. Ann Lar is wanting to learn to crochet. So between Violet and I, mostly Violet, I hope, she doesn't know that yet. We're going to be teaching how to crochet. And I was talking to Violet and Ann the other day about it, and Ann wants to learn, and she's ordered some hooks. So if you want to learn basic crochet, we're going to start that. And we might do 1 stitch a week, and then you could practice in between times. We'll probably do that on Thursday if Anne's there, since we told her mainly that we were going to be doing that. So Craft and Chat, 10 a.m. Eastern, Thursdays in Fibbsville, Fridays in Aunt Beck's. And we're going to do basic crochet stitches. So if you've got some 4-ply yarn and a size G or H hook, we're just going to do stitches. And we figured we'd start with single crochet and maybe just do little swatches, like maybe 4-inch swatches of the different stitches, just so you could come up with a stitch guide. And what we would do is we'd make the swatch, we'd attach a tag that said single crochet or double crochet or triple crochet or half double crochets or front post stitch, back post stitch, that kind of thing. And you could put it on a ring. And if you were looking at a pattern and you couldn't recall what that stitch was supposed to look like, you could go through your swatches and it'll say, okay, that's what that looks like. So we're going to do that on Thursday and or Friday. Will depend on if anybody wants to crochet on Friday. If you don't want to crochet, we could switch to something else. You guys would not believe the conversations we have and the that we're building. So don't be shy. Don't be shy. And don't be worried about coming in later. We go from 10 to like 2:30 Eastern. We are on for a long time on Thursdays and Fridays. It's just become a thing. And it's usually, I can tell you, our regulars, in case you want to just know who's there, is Janet Baum, Ann Lar, Violet, Mary Lou, Auntie Loopy comes in. And we have a hoot with her. She's so fun. I said Mary. I said Ann Lar. Who else has been in? Nettie's come. And Deborah Adams. And we just have a blast, you guys. We talk about food. It never, not once have we not talked about food. Scott's laughing in the other room because he's listened to us talk about food. So let me put you up so you can see me. I'm probably all night last night. You can see that pile of stuff that needs to be shredded on the floor. Don't look at that. See, don't look over here. There. You don't see that. Yes, Ruth Lamb generally comes in too. She's in there quilting away or sewing on something. So move this so you don't have to look at that. You can see my pile of patterns over there. Yes, we have such a lovely time, and we share, we just share and enjoy each other's time. It's just wonderful. So don't be shy. Don't worry if, hi, Kathy Whitney. If you come in later than 10 o'clock, that is perfectly fine. Like I said, we generally go from 10 till about 2:30, and sometimes longer. Sometimes we sign off and come back on those 2 days. It depends on how, what Violet and I are up to, because it's usually Violet and I hanging out. So don't be afraid to come in and interrupt it. Give us somebody fresh to talk to. Just kidding. I just love the regulars we're getting. Yep, Janet said if she can do it, anybody can. And Janet makes some pretty things. You'd get to see some of Janet's work that way too. But that's Thursdays and Fridays at 10 o'clock Eastern. Thursdays, Fibbsville, Friday, Aunt Beck. And I say that because I want to make sure you're headed to the right group to get into the right room. Thursday, Fibbs. Friday, Beck. There you go. Okay, cool. All right. If I'm around, I will, Barbara Clark. Who's back there wiggling around? And who's behind the curtain? Who's behind the curtain? It's Howard. He's glaring at the people across the street. Okay, guys. Well, I mainly wanted to show you my mountain of ties. That's it. I'm taking a narcotic pain reliever, naproxen, for my back, and it's turned my mouth into empty mop bucket syndrome. So I'm trying to drink extra water, but my mouth is very dry. Oh, Mary, she's talking about in Janet's chat, like when we get messages and it says Janet's something something. That's where Barbara's talking about doing something. Now, Barbara, if you wanted to go in and just click on Phibbsville room, you could do that. And that would open up the room for anybody that wanted to join. The room is there to be used by anybody. It's just when you first click into the room, the first person you will always get will be me because it rings my phone and I open it up. But anybody is free to use the chat room in Phibbsville or in Aunt Beck's. If you do Aunt Beck's, you're going to have more limited people. I don't have everybody in Aunt Beck's that's in Phibbsville. I keep my group smaller just for my own sanity. Well, I'm also on a muscle relaxer. So something is turning my mouth into cotton. That's the muscle relaxer. Uh-oh, somebody just got in trouble. Mama was yelling at him. I think he was headed to the road with his bouncy ball, and she said, "Get back here now." All right, well, yeah, it might be bad for kidneys, but you want to know something? After last night's spasm of my back, feeling like the center of my back was trying to meet the back of my leg, and it was like this, I'm taking anything for relief today, and I probably won't take another one after this one wears out. I take very little pain relieving medicine, just Tylenol most of the time. All right, so I'm going to let you guys go. And Mary, you'll be on what time? When are you coming on tonight? Oh, no, tonight's Saturday. Never mind. It's Beth. Beth is tonight, isn't she? All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. All right, bye-bye.